We believe that their life is without question in danger.
So Andrew Tate's lawyer made the announcement that his client's life is in instant danger. He claims that Tate could be taken out at any moment inside his cell now, and he's desperately calling on Donald Trump again to step in before it's too late. But here is exactly what is happening right now.
This is unfair. This is unjust. And Mr. President, if anybody in the world understands what it's like to be falsely accused and wrongfully convicted and be shot at.
So to bring everyone up to scratch quickly, Andrew Tate has spent almost 20 days in prison after getting arrested in America. And because they have put child offense charges on his name this time, indecent images of a child, his life has always been in danger in prison. He's been in solitary confinement.
Your Honor, I know you're saying I need to go to jail, but I have to decline your invite. Sorry, I can't go. Her pum-pum needs me.
But things stepped up a little bit more and got worse because his lawyer is getting refused access to actually obtain the proof of life. And he went on a tangent at Donald Trump saying if anything goes wrong with this extradition and it does happen, he will be going straight to Trump and putting a direct message to him. He's putting more and more pressure on day by day.
Why do you think Trump hasn't intervened yet or said something?
Well, right now, it's in front of the courts. It's in front of the judicial system, right? So for Trump to intervene and interject himself into the process now, it would be technically improper. Now, is Trump known for his respect for technicalities? No, he's not, right? But there are other things at play here. There are midterms coming up. Todd Blanche is getting confirmed. There are elections to be won, and they know that we have a strong case to get these guys out, and they know what's going on in the United Kingdom. So if we beat extradition, if we get them bailed out, and if a decision is made not to extradite them, then the executive branch does not get involved. But if the extradition gets certified by the court, they can't be extradited without the Secretary of State's approval.
Andrew Tate's lawyer is going at this dolo trying to stop them getting extradited, but it seems like more force is coming from the other way. No one else is really sticking up for Tate. Everything just keeps getting worse. The United Nations, who are the global perspective of human stories and they stick up for human rights, basically released their own statement on this saying that nobody's above the law and that their US extradition is a step towards accountability, says the independent expert. They said all too often perpetrators of violence against women exploit delays, fragment judicial responses, and their wealth and power and influence public profile to evade accountability. So global human rights are coming out and saying these guys should be getting extradited.
So at that point, if it doesn't work out for us in court here, we will be going to them and we will be saying all of these things that we're saying. We'll be laying it out very clearly and we'll be saying, hey, listen, this is unfair. This is unjust. And Mr. President, if anybody in the world understands what it's like to be falsely accused and wrongfully convicted and be shot at and have your life in danger and be arrested and be put in jail and be run through the process for sticking up for what's right, it's you. Mr. President, everything that you've said in light hasn't been perfect. You've said a lot of crazy stuff as well, but people are behind you because they believe that ultimately what you're doing for the country is the greater good. Andrew and Tristan, things that they have said, less than perfect as well. But people are behind them because they believe that their ultimate message of male empowerment is for the greater good. And you can't let people be kidnapped from our country politically and be taken to some English gulag to a prime minister that is on the record as hating your guts, Mr. President, and to a foreign secretary who has said some of the most horrible and heinous things about you and your family. You can't let these guys go there. These people hate us. They hate America. They hate free speech. They hate you. And what? We're going to participate in this process and we're going to send 2 American citizens there for unjust reasons? You can't let that happen. So, look, I may never have to make that formal appeal, but if I have to make it, you can bet your bottom dollar I'll make it.
I'm like, well, I hope they don't kill me in this cell. Hope it out.
Andrew Tate was doing the same sort of things as he did when he went to prison last time. Before he got locked up, he was sending out the warnings that he would never do anything to himself, anything like that. So if anything happens to him, then he was
got assassinated.
So what Andrew Tate's lawyer is doing now is leveraging and referencing highly Jeffrey Epstein, because that was a man that was accused of very serious crimes. Actually, similar crimes. Obviously, Jeffrey Epstein's were seriously worse, and there was a lot more to that case, but it was human trafficking still. There was child charges. There was a lot of similarities in that. His lawyer is basically saying any Jeffrey Epstein way may not make it to their actual trial, and he believes their life's in danger because he cannot access the prison right now.
It's August 4th. It is 2:30 p.m. We were just denied entry into the jail, FDC Miami, to see Andrew and Tristan Tate for 2 days in a row. So the second day in a row I've been denied entry. We came here today at 9 o'clock in the morning because we were denied last night. Last night, the guy in there didn't like my jacket. So we had a little back and forth. I said, you know what, I'll just come back tomorrow. You want to deny me the right to see my client? I'll go back, write it in the book, put it in motion. We show up today, 9 o'clock in the morning. Jail's closed. Who the hell closes a jail? The jail's closed. Come back at 2 o'clock. We're here at 2 o'clock sharp. We get in line. I get my locker, put my stuff in there. I go to the front. They're about to check me in. McBride, come in. Sorry, sir, you can't come in. We're closing the jail again. So we come here every day to do what? To obtain proof of life.
I'm not sure how much Andrew Tate is paying this lawyer, but rather than just a professional standard of things releasing a statement, he's doing tons of podcast content. This guy is acting as if he is a third brother. He's heavily invested in his case and believes their story and that they're innocent. That's the kind of lawyer you need. Sometimes he is doing too much, but I've never seen a lawyer so passionately involved in a case and believe in them. But obviously he is getting paid very well for it.
We come here every day to do what? To obtain proof of life, to make sure that Andrew and Tristan are still alive and kicking. Because for all you morons out there that like to liken them to Epstein, as I said, you're calling for their death. So we make sure that they're alive, that they're kicking, and that they're well. We also go over legal strategy, we go over our legal papers, and we do all the legal stuff that we need to do. But the jail's closed today. We come here 9 o'clock in the morning, come back at 2. We come back at 2, they say come back at 5. We'll come back at 5. Maybe they'll tell us to come back next week. Can't do it. These guys are being merely held for detention. They have a right to meet with us, and we're being systematically denied that right. But we'll be sure to let the judge know in our paperwork that this place is incompetent and unable to let us meet with our client in any kind of reasonable fashion.
But they're very much aware that they could be killed at any time.
Andrew Tate has poked fun so many times of him human trafficking women, but when it comes to the child charges, this is something you can't play with, and you will need to prove your innocence. Having indecent images, anything related to a child will damn you. And they actually made fun of the UK government for protecting people that have been involved in child offences.
Hugh Edwards violated international child while still being an employee of the BBC. At the time, he was exposed for texting naked pictures of his balls and ass to someone who's under 17. That was a crime, so we knew he was a criminal from day one. The BBC did not fire my colleague Hugh, did they?
No, they didn't fire me. Also, I get to retire, by the way, on my full pension of £300,000 a year.
That's awesome, because when they didn't fire you and you were placed under investigation, they paid you your full salary. And upwards of £200,000 the British taxpayer paid you to stay on BBC. And while that was happening, it was found out from your phone device that you had been buying and selling content of young boys aged 7 to 9. Category A images of children.
Oh, I'm convicted.
They found your... You pled guilty.
I'm a convicted.
Can I be expecting to see you in jail anytime soon? Perhaps I can come visit.
No, of course not, because I work for the British Broadcasting Corporation, which of course is part of the Matrix, and it's the propaganda arm of the British government. Okay. So of course they protect me, so I've got a suspended sentence, which basically means as long as I don't again, I won't go to jail at all, ever, for a single day.
Andrew Tate actually put up that clip from prison saying when TV presenters from the BBC and ITV get caught as sexual predators, the media covers for them and they're never seen in jail. However, I'm endlessly attacked and jailed over a 15-year-old Me Too accusation. It's a big club and I'm not in it. Neither are you. If Hugh Edwards did go to prison in the UK, it would have been very tough times for him. And that is what they're experiencing now in this US prison. They're in harsh conditions as well. And this is what his lawyer had said.
That they could be killed at any time. We literally go to the jail every day, sometimes twice a day, even though that we can't have a privileged conversation, even though we can't really work on the case there because there's no way to do it technology-wise. We go there for proof of life. We believe that their life is without question in danger. Jeffrey Epstein was killed in jail. Other people are killed in jail every time, all the time. Again, when people say these guys are like Epstein, they're greenlighting the murder. They're greenlighting they're okaying it. They're saying it is societally acceptable for these guys to be whacked in jail simply because they've been accused of these crimes. The accusations are not enough. These accusations haven't been corroborated yet, and these accusations are not enough to hold them, to hurt them, to deprive them of their liberty, or to kill them. Do I believe that their lives are in danger? Yes. Do they believe that their lives are in danger? Yes. They have spoken out about this consistently and constantly over the years, and this is the next iteration in that process. So are they trying to kill them now? We 100% believe the answer is yes.
People will be saying in the comments, these guys have been begging to go to jail, saying they don't care, lock them up, they won't be moaning, and now they're complaining constantly on X. But they're apparently in solitary confinement and only coming out an hour a day. This is the most harsh punishment in the American prisons, which the energy has changed massively now.
The Tate situation update, it's getting stranger and stranger literally by the day. So first of all, they're still in solitary confinement, which means that they don't see any daylight basically. They're just sitting there almost 24/7. They don't have access to any of the things that you would normally get access to if you're just regularly being detained. And what makes it worse at this point, from what I can tell and from what I hear from their lawyers and stuff, is that even McBride, their lawyer, was denied access to the brothers to even go obtain the proof of life, that they're still even alive. Because the situation is quite scared. There's a lot of threats. It's a very volatile situation. So any representative should always have access to the brothers to actually, at least have proof of life. So the last couple of days, they were even denied that. And at the same time, UK, there's still no proof from their side. The documents are pending from what I see, from what I can tell. So their solitary confinement is not pending. The refusal to let their lawyer in is not pending. But the proof of, any of this and the reasons why they're behind bars is still pending. And it can actually be pending for a while. And the next court hearing is on the 13th of August in downtown Miami, right next to the Federal Detention Center. And let's see what happens next. But so far, it looks super weird.
Another thing I keep seeing on my timeline, I wanted to reference the video at some point, is Andrew Tate and the $50 million offer. So many clips are surfacing where Andrew Tate said he just rejected their offer, so he's going to get arrested. He always sets up little ploys like this so people say, oh, that's why they've locked him up. But he was basically saying just before he got locked up this time, there was offering him big money and he's rejected it again for something.
At the time of filming of this podcast, I have just rejected their $50 million to drop my case and make all this go away. I just took a brave choice. And now they're all sitting around a table deciding what they can do. Problem is, the list's getting thin. And soon the conversation is going to turn to, there's nothing else left. We either kill him or we let him win. Well, what happens if he wins? Everything. Everyone's fucked. And then they have to make a choice. Do we want to tear the whole system down that pays us and pays our kids and the system we believe in and the system we built for one guy? Or does he want to be in a plane accident? I don't believe in victory on any level. Neither does Tristan. And we talk every day about how we're glad we get to die together. That's it.
I get why he's doing it. It puts a ploy into his fans' heads that he's being set up once again, but just saying you got an offer and not giving the details, this is the exact thing he criticized Ryan Garcia for when people said he was having an episode and he said he was being attacked by the Matrix. He said you have to go into detail for people to actually believe you.
You have proof of these things? You have proof of this on your phone?
Yes, of course I do. The fuck you talking about? Of course. If Alex could get a fucking video from the Bohemian Grove, of course I could.
Well, I have to be careful what I say because I'm in the middle of a judicial process right now.
You want me to get you out of it? I can help.
Well, bro, my door gets kicked in if I say what I'm thinking.
Okay, well, I can help you get out of it if you want. I know people.
Oh. Tell everyone at home then. Start from the beginning. When did this happen? Where did this happen? What exactly did you see? Why have you tweeted the things you've tweeted? Let people at home understand you a little bit.
Because I don't give a fuck, bro. I have proof of that too. That's where it all started, bro. Okay?
You do know there's going to be certain people who believe, and Ryan, I like you.
I do think this was actually a little bit of a episode and he is in a better place right now, Ryan Garcia, but Andrew Tate then criticized him and said you have to go into detail. Obviously, Ryan Garcia was doing the same thing, just putting out there that things have happened to him and he's been attacked by the Matrix, but he didn't go into any detail. So Andrew Tate then said it's not believable.
There's going to be people who believe you're just saying this because you've, I don't know, had a mental breakdown or taken drugs and you're repeating some of
Of
the
course.
things you've said on the internet. And
Guess
so they're
what?
going to not believe you unless you come
Give
at
me
it
the
very
drug test then,
coherently.
Andrew. Andrew, I'll go to fucking Romania and take a drug test in front of your face.
Bro, you don't want to come here. you don't need Romanian jail. It's bad for your fight camp. But I'm just asking, like, you're gonna have to tell a far more coherent story from start to finish for people to truly understand that what you're saying happened is what you saw, and that this is not some sort of episode or anything else. This is my advice to you as a brother. I'm trying to make it, if you want people to believe you, you're going to have to come along and explain from the absolute beginning exactly how it happened, who was involved, how you got there, what car you were in, where you were standing, everything.
Of course they're gonna want that, and I have all the information possible.
Okay, so when you're releasing it, how you releasing it, or are you keeping it for yourself? Because it looks like you don't want to keep it for yourself.
I don't. At the right time, I'm gonna release all.
So the Matrix stuff, people are kind of bored now, but is there a political incentive to see Andrew Tate behind bars when he's been criticised in the media so much? 100%. There's a massive amount of pressure on the establishment if he comes to the UK.
Prime Minister, you've made it very clear this is personal.
With Andrew Tate, it is personal. It's a personal mission of mine.
He gets extradited and doesn't end up behind bars, there will be a lot of uproar. So obviously there is political motivation involved as well. And when you criticise someone so much in the media and ban them from schools, you're not going to want them to walk free. So it's going to be a tough case for them to fight, and they'll have to recruit a new legal team in the UK once they get over here as well.
The chance of me becoming prime minister is now at 100%. The ifs are gone. We live in the land of when. I am the future prime minister. I've had enough of Greenland and I have enough of Iceland. I'm making my policies clear now, so everybody who votes for me knows how the country's going to be run.
And this is just the beginning of a long legal journey for the Tate brothers. They're obviously got child allegations. They want to hope they don't stick, and that will make things 10 times worse. If they find images on their phone that they shouldn't have had, obviously they seized goods from the Tates in the UK back in the day, things could get a lot worse. Stay tuned to the channel for all the latest updates day by day as this situation is moving fast.